Bill C-11, which has been dubbed Justin Trudeau's online censorship bill, has received a lot of pushback. And when a piece of legislation gets this much pushback, it can often be scrapped. But not now, not this time. Justin Trudeau and the Liberals, defiant, digging in their heels, determined to ram this through. So the legislation, it's now been passed through the Senate. Amendments have been proposed by senators, but Heritage Minister Pablo Rodriguez says, well, I don't know if we're going to accept these amendments. We'll see what happens, and the bill could be made law very soon. Now, there are a lot of people who are concerned about this bill. Opposition politicians, sure, but people from different walks of life as well. You've got a lot of academics who are experts in this field who say they have problems with the legislation. Now, what Bill C-11 ostensibly is to modernize the Broadcasting Act, because since the last time they dealt with these bills in the Broadcasting Act, the landscape was very different in terms of online streaming and different things that are happening in the realm that the CRTC governs. But the critics say the devil is in the details, and while there may need to be some modernizing going on, there's also stuff here that amounts to censorship in terms of the promotion of Canadian content, determining what is and what isn't Canadian content, and how algorithms can basically be prodded about by the government, by the CRTC, to determine what content is pushed forward and advocated and encouraged to be viewed, and what is downplayed, what is shadow banned, basically giving the government potentially the power to determine what content you can and can't watch online. A lot of people concerned about just how far these details could potentially go. Now, you've also got YouTube content creators who've stepped forward, appearing at House of Commons committees to sound the alarm about it. YouTube itself, the corporation, they've had a big ad campaign. They bought ads all around Toronto's Union Station, a really large place, to say, watch out, this is a big problem, keep your hands off of YouTube. And you've had novelists getting in on the conversation. David Adams Richards is one of Canada's most respected novelists, and he's won all of the top awards. He was also appointed to the Senate in 2017, and he gave a big speech in the Senate where he was really criticizing this bill. Margaret Atwood, she tweets this speech and says this needs a listen, encouraging everyone to check out that very speech. So you've got a whole lot of people, not just opposition politicians, who say we have a problem with this bill, shorthand known as Justin Trudeau's internet censorship bill. Why the need to ram this through? What is going on? Why the obstinacy? Clearly, a lot of people are just not okay with this, and they need to do more to signal to Canadians that, look, we are not going to move forward on all of these controversial aspects. They really need to shelve the whole thing and maybe just pick out the one or two things that are nothing to do with the algorithm. And maybe you do need to modernize the Broadcasting Act. Fine, give it a totally different name. Just start from step one. But no, they are insistent on saying it's our way or the highway. A lot of people concerned. Watch out, folks. It's almost the last moments here where people can voice their opposition and concerns about Bill C-11.